Good morning, good man.
At your service, sir.
They seem really heavy.
You're mad. They're empty. You know it's heavy. It's this damn hangover in my head. Oh, I can't even lift it. So Roderick, God save him, for many years, forced me to drink 6 glasses in a row before buying the goods.
Maybe he fears someone will poison him.
Are you mad? Who could be so evil? Anyway, I feel horrible today. Can I take a nap?
What do you transport?
What my transport? Delicious wine from Wiesenlachen, brewed at St. Mungo's Abbey. But of course you know the story. When St. Imlin travelled through Wiesenlachen, he asked a girl for water. She didn't want to give him any because the plague haunted the village. But then St. Imlin insisted. So she gave him the water, which she transformed miraculously into wine, and he drank happily, and he had a hangover too.
And he died, not so miraculously, the very next day.
Bah! Details.
I think I saw you walking around the lake last night. What were you looking for?
I was really looking to get a breath of fresh air. After selling some of my goods to Sir Roderick, I was a bit dizzy. But at the same time, I was looking for stench in the cave. You remember that Saint Columbia defeated a monstrous demon on the shores of Loch Ness. It seems that the stench betrayed him.
And you found a similar stench here?
You're crazy. You can only breathe goodness here. I was waiting to find some pagan devil like that bile. When I knew I was coming here, most of my fathers insisted I look for St. Phelan's cave.
Right. I've looked for it too. In vain.
What? Same as me. The so-called dizziness went away, but I fell asleep on a rock. A lovely night, out in the open. If it was winter, I'd be dead. I feel like shit today.
Will you stay tomorrow for the hunt?
I'd love to. I'm a devotee of St. Eden and St. Anne. Plus, I heard that noblemen from all across Europe are coming. But as soon as I get all these barrels in the cart, I'm going to go back to St. Mungo.
am I doing here? Give me a good reason.
Before, when I left your room, I was a bit rough.
Just like you were in the note.
I'm sorry.
That's why you made me come here? Really? What am I doing here? Give me a good reason.
Ines wants me to torture and kill a kid, the cook's son. But there's no way I'll do that.
Wait, you don't defy Ines for me, but you do for a dirty servant.
I already told you. I'm sick of killing, and I don't want the burden of a child's death upon me.
He's a servant. He leads and will lead a miserable life. You're taking nothing from him. Anyway, who cares?
I have more than one reason to save that kid. He has your same eyes.
The kid?
And your hair. I can't kill someone who reminds me so much of you. Our kids could look like him.
Kids? You and me? That requires a certain level of commitment. Much more than anything you've shown me. Anyway, who cares?
When the Inquisition captured me as a child, it was the death of another child, also a servant's son, that helped me escape. Whether it's God's or the devil's doing, it's only fair that I pay back the favor by saving this kid's life.
One death more or less is not going to tip the scale. Anyway, who cares?
Are the guests arriving?
It seems that Don Guzman arrived during the night with a lot of servants.
I hate it when members of the Order come with such a large entourage. The more servants, the higher the risk of someone learning about the Order. Have you seen your husband?
Yes, he's in a terribly bad mood. I guess none of his whores could give him a hard-on. He's forbidden access to the castle to anybody but the guests and their entourage.
What I'm giving you is not easy to craft. I'd never worked with gold in such a clean, detailed fashion. And the inscription, I copied the idea from St. Alistair McNair.
I don't know what to say.
Tomorrow, during the hunt, we'll run away together. But first, I need to save that kid. Please, help me.
You wanted the cape, didn't you?
I need your cape to save the kid. Hide in one of those confessionals. Once the kid escapes, I'll tell Ines I killed him accidentally. He'll tell Ursus to search for a new victim, and you'll be able to return to the castle.
And tomorrow we will be free?
Tomorrow.
This can't be happening.
Fergus, put this on. It's time to get you out of here. We'll make Ursus believe that you're Cater and that you're sick. When you're inside the keg and the cart starts moving, say 100 Hail Marys, go deep into the woods, and walk all the way to Aberdeen. I will give you something extremely valuable. Sell it and embark on a ship to Europe.
I don't care what you did before, Deacon Iago. You're a good man.
Don't be stupid.
Come with me. We'll go to the Vatican and convince the Pope to burn that cursed book.
No. I must finish something, and make sure they don't follow you. But when the bastard fell, he grabbed my medallion and took it with him deep into the well.
I'm sorry, my good Vulcan. I'm so sorry.
I'll forge a new one. Don't worry.
No, I'm sorry for you. Ursus! Please forgive my little trick, Vulcan. You betrayed me.
I didn't mean to betray you. I got carried away. I threw him in the well because...
Stop, please. Maybe you'll be glad to know that I didn't play fair myself. You were growing too distant. I had to see just how much. And you didn't pass the test. Your fling with Lady Katia, your disdain for our benefactor, Sir Roderick, your arrogance, and now, your betrayal. You must become my faithful disciple once more.
Never. I hate you.
You will do it. You will. You'll take the child's place in the ritual. You will drink the transmutation potion, die, and be reborn beside me. And you know why, don't you?
You'll take out the mercury, so that I will return with no memories.
Worry not. I will be waiting for you. I will embrace you and remind you that you are my faithful son. You will serve me for all eternity. As of tomorrow, once we are transmuted, we will recover the Treaty of the Flesh, and you will translate it in full for me. I am certain that it hides even more powerful secrets. The world will be ours. My good Vulcan.
What about the boy?
We have more urgent business today, but we'll find him. I may even grant you the honor of killing him. We have all the time in the world.
Deacon Iago?
Huh? Who are you?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Gabriele Scarpetta, last remaining guardian of the Order of Iago.
I'd never heard of the Order of Iago before.
It's a secret reserved for the custodians of the treaty, Fergus Quinlan's successors. Another name that should ring a bell. The Order was established in 1534 by mandate of the Pope, and the first custodian of the Treaty of the Flesh was Fergus Quinlan himself.
To what extent is it secret?
Pope Clement VII himself decided that no other pope should ever know of its existence. The poor souls have enough as it is, as I'm sure the current pope could tell you. The Order of Iago has a double aim, finding he who gave his name to the Order so as to give him the Treaty of the Flesh, or protecting the book at all costs.
It's amazing that Fergus made it that far.
Our founder must have been a man of formidable spirit. A servant who fled and then managed to convince a pope and to protect the treaty until dying of old age in the Vatican.
I assume it was Fergus who ordered that I receive the treaty.
And right you are.
Why me? He knew my past.
Because you accepted dying for him, I suppose. There are entire religions based on such trifles, or so they say.
How was Fergus so sure that the transmutation potion had worked, and that I would survive for centuries to come?
Our founder returned to the place where he met you years before and heard a legend. That of the ghost of Deacon Iago, who rose from the church's ashes screaming, "Who am I?" and disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again.
And no one searched for me until now?
He did, all of his life, to no avail. And little by little, his successors stopped looking for you as well.
Kovacs said that you were his, I don't know, informant? He told me that you'd given him information for his book.
The bare minimum to convince him of placing the Treaty of the Flesh on the cover of his book. I had to lure you somehow.
He said that you had contacted him in the Vatican.
As did all my predecessors every time someone asked about the Treaty of the Flesh. It didn't take me long to realize it couldn't be you, although it did turn out to be very useful in finding you.
You seem very sure of my identity.
Of course. Your phone call, the evidence, the portrait. Everything leads me to you.
You left a portrait of me under a bench. When did you have it made?
In 1537, but it wasn't me. At that same time, Michelangelo was painting the Last Judgment on the Sistine Chapel. Our founder convinced him of sketching a facial composite with every detail he remembered of you.
But what about those tests in the hotel room? And here?
One can never be sure enough. I've tested your intelligence, your perseverance, your talent for languages, even your humanity. You, empathy for me, my friend Dog Die.
You bugged Kovacs' telephone, and that's how you found me.
True. And the next morning, I tried to do the same with your cell phone. Theft is easy first thing in the morning. People are asleep and unsuspecting. But, to my surprise, I soon realized that someone had beat me to it. Your SIM card had been cloned. I wouldn't turn it on if I were you. Otherwise, whoever did this will know your location.
Thanks. I guess. Wait a second. You still haven't said where the treaty is. Is it still in the Vatican?
No, it was relocated long ago.
Where was it in the Vatican?
Before the order was established, it was in the Vatican's secret archives, alongside hundreds of forbidden books. But thanks to our founder, it was moved to a secret vault within the actual archives, and protected by means of an entry mechanism that he designed with you in mind.
Why did they move it?
During the pontificate of Pope Pius VI, the papacy faced several scandals. Embezzlement, theft, schemes within the organization itself. The custodian of the treaty convinced himself that the Vatican was no longer a safe place.
Where is it now?
In 1786, one of my predecessors hid the book in the catacombs of a city that was transferring the skeletons of its cemeteries to those very same catacombs. There, they recreated the same entry mechanism that the founder had designed for you.
That can't be. They took it to Paris? My Paris?
And there it still lies. Look for the Triskelion in the tunnels, and you will find the Treaty of the Flesh. Goodbye, Deacon Iago.
Wait, won't you be traveling with me?
No, I am free of my burden at last. The Order of Iago dies today. You will never see me again.
I still have questions I'd like to ask you. So why is the Order coming back for me now?
As Benedict XVI said, we live under the dictatorship of absolute relativism. In a world like ours, it's hard to find someone who will dedicate their life to such a task. I'm growing old and have yet to find a successor. On the other hand, people are increasingly interested in the book from the Vatican, like Kovac himself.
Thank you for everything, Scarpetta. I will find the book and dedicate my life to protecting its secret.
I don't doubt it.
Then why don't you look happy about it?
Don't you realize that your life gains meaning, and that my life loses it? May God be with you, Deacon Iago. It has been an honor to meet you.